Hey guys, what's happening? So, thought I would show you my way of recovering nickel metal hydrate batteries. I just got a huge eBay haul of a bunch of used RC cars, and it came with extra batteries, jump packs. These are called hump packs, and these are actually 5-cell, 1.2 volt each, so 6 volts. Got 4 of these, and I got some of these old nether like jump box batteries. I got a few of these, even off camera you can't see them. So, but nickel metal hydrate batteries are very similar to NiCad batteries, and also the same way you recover them. They do suffer the same issues as NiCad batteries with the dendrite crystals, and the dendrite crystals are actually what kill these batteries, and it blocks the flow of electrons through the batteries. So, what you need to do is actually break these up. Break up the crystals either by overcharging them or zapping them. You've seen my other videos if you've been watching my channel. And one of the issues too is that most smart chargers, if they don't detect voltage, they will reject the battery and fail the battery. Like these are probably 14, 15 years old, I'm not sure, so there's probably 0 volts. I'm going to put my multimeter on them, we'll find out. Lithium batteries are superior, in my opinion, but they suffer the opposite kind of thing though. So if you discharge a lithium battery below a certain voltage, then it destroys the battery. Whereas with NiCad and nickel metal hydrate, you if you charge it without it being fully discharged, it hurts the battery. So instead of actually trying to stick pins in there, I'm just going to hook up my multimeter. I'm just going to check for any sort of voltage. It doesn't make a difference if you have positive or negative at this point. I'll shove either way on my multimeter. You can see it. Alright, 0. I'm suspecting, well, actually another downfall of nickel metal hydrate batteries is they discharge extremely fast. Like way more than any other battery. So if you leave the battery sitting there for a month, I was reading that 50%, it will discharge 50% after a month, just sitting there. So, a little bit on this one. I mean, I'll put the ones that have a little bit on it. Just a little bit. Where's my other mouse behind here? Alright, so what I was saying earlier is like these smart chargers, if they don't detect any voltage, will just automatically fail the battery. So you got to hook them up to like a dummy load or like a dummy charger, just something that's putting out either like with an AC adapter converted, or I actually have a bench power supply right there. So I'm just going to hook it up to that, and I'm going to put a little charge on it. I might overcharge it, put it up to 12 volts, just to kind of break up those crystals, but alright, we'll see. Alright, so I'm going to hook up my power supply. I have a little lead connected to it right here, and that goes into like this little connection for the hump packs. I think they're called either hump packs. That's what they're called. Alright, so that's high, 32 volt, that's way too high. Get this down to, I might overcharge it at 12 just to kind of shock it. But at first I'm just going to see if this thing pulls. So I'm going to hook this up, and I'm going to see if this thing actually pulls any. And after, this is actually the oldest one I think right here, the black one. So I'm going to make sure the polarity is correct. Alright, I'm going to turn this up to 12 and hit them at 12 and see what happens. Just, like I said, the point is to break up those crystals. So, I have my glasses on. I don't want to do this very long. See that? There it goes. It scared me a little bit. Okay. See? Oh yeah, well, I just want to shock them. There we go. Alright, I'm also shocking them by changing the amperage too. Through, and a couple of these didn't have good contacts, so I gotta figure out how this one goes. So I'm gonna cycle these things, and then I'll come back, check the voltage, see if we actually gain any voltage. Yeah, this is. Alright guys, remember at this point I'm not really trying to charge the batteries, I'm just trying to get these things back to life. So in the, like I said, in the first phase of the recovery, I just want to make sure that we're so now we're already at 4 volts. I'm looking for bad cells, bad battery packs. Okay, we're up to 4 volts. Like I said, I only charge these for a couple seconds, not even a minute. Ooh, 6.5 volts. Alright, that's in the range. So this is probably take me a couple days to get this whole thing done, but yeah, by doing cycling. Okay. Alright, so now I connect it to my high-tech charger. And the cool thing about this high-tech charger is it interfaces with my computer right here. So, nickel metal hydrate, charge, you can auto charge, whatever, you know. I can cycle, discharge. I'm going to cycle this thing. Cycle count, charge, discharge. Let's go 4 times. Charge amperage is 100 milliamp. Okay. Alright, we'll get it going. That's kind of what you want to do. You want it to fully charge and cycle it. Cycle 1. First it charges it, then it discharges it. And that's how you recover these batteries. Like I was saying, the software is way cool. I'll actually grab it for you. Alright, one of my green connections got loose, so I decided to start working on this black one. So I've done a couple cycles on it. It's actually pretty hot. Run at 2 amps. So if you didn't actually have a smart charger, this is how we used to do it in the olden days. We just basically hook up a light bulb to it. Back in the old RC days, NiCad batteries and stuff. Try that. So that's how we used to discharge them. So I'm going to manually cycle it. So if you didn't actually have like a smart charger, like this high-tech charger, or one of those Sky RCs that could actually auto cycle, then you could just see this. You could charge it, discharge it, charge it, discharge it manually. So same thing. So the more cycles that I do, the more the capacity increases. So let me show you this real fast. You can see it. So this time it pulled 815 milliamps. And the capacity, I believe, is, I think they're different, but this one I think is about 1400 milliamp hours. So, I'm going to keep on doing this to probably try to bring up the range. Alright, so I was able to recover 3 of these batteries, and I created a chart. 1, 2, 3, 4 batteries here. And as you can see, I've gone through. All of them recovered except this black one. 670, it really hasn't changed that much. Whereas the other ones dramatically improved. 214, 2000. This was kind of a weird chart. I think there was something that happened to charge. And then 105, 252, 59. Then it went up really high. So cycling these things definitely, it's the same thing with NiCads too. Any sort of like nickel-based battery. I haven't given up on number 1 yet. So since cycling won't do it, I'm going to deep discharge it, and then I'm going to zap it with some high voltage. I'm going to probably turn this up to like 36 volts, hit it a few times, then I'm going to do another cycle and see what happens. Alright, so I'm going to zap this thing right now. So I have my variable power supply set to max. So 32 volts, this thing is normally 6 volts. And obviously you need to make sure the polarity is correct. I'm just going to zap it. So I'm basically setting a much higher voltage down. Okay, this thing is totally discharged. So like I said, the point of that is to break up the dendrite crystals that block the flow of electrons. Alright, so that's the end of this video. The zapping sometimes works. Depends on how really bad the cells are, but so I went up to 774. But I'm going to keep on doing this, and so like I said, the cool thing is I was able to recover 3 batteries. So alright, so you shouldn't throw your batteries away. If you have these type of batteries and you wonder how to recover them, that's how you do it. So alright, cool.